Love the snow time. Like to see all the tracks of the critters we got. We got rabbit there. We got coyote there. We got deer over here. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear coyotes tonight. There's quite a few coyotes in here, I believe, but we're gonna hike in here and find us a spot to set up. Now we got turkeys. They were all in this road. Turkey tracks everywhere, coyote tracks. I think there's been 3 coyotes down this road. There's some rabbit, squirrel, everything's been in it. Alright, this is looking like a good spot. I got some about 10-year-old pines here and about 3-year-old pines over there. A lot thicker. I'm seeing some standing deadwood in here, so I'm thinking I don't have to go far to get firewood. I see a bunch that I can use. I think this is going to work. You know, yeah, I'm thinking this is going to work. All right, y'all, I think I found a spot, not the spot, but I think I got a spot that's going to work. The key is we don't want to be high on the ridge where we're getting all the wind, but we don't want to be down in the hollow, because at night the thermals drop down to the hollow. It's always colder in the hollow. So we're going to go about 2/3 down this hill and find us a place, start building a shelter and gathering firewood. Let's go. All right, y'all, I think that's my spot right there. I got 3 trees. That one right there, this one right here, and that one back there to get my shelter set up. And then I'm going to have the fire right down here. So we got a lot of work to do. That sun's setting quick. Let's get going. All right, we need to get a fire started, get some coals going. Got my tinder all set up here. I'm going to use some cotton balls. I got a little bit of petroleum jelly in it. I'm going to just spread these out a little bit. Tuck that in there. See if I can get that started. I got a lighter, but I always try to, I want to use ferro rod. There we go. All this stuff is wet. All right, y'all. I'll go ahead and intro this video because I didn't. I just walking in and I got busy when I got here. But it's about 18 degrees outside. You know, you go through life and you just wonder if you got what it takes all the time. So I'm just one of those types that I got to test myself all the time. So I've done all kinds of summer camping, fall camping, spring camping. I've even winter camped in a tent with a sleeping bag and all that. But tonight, we're doing a scenario that I don't have a tent. I don't have a sleeping bag. All I got is the stuff that my everyday carry stuff that I put in the pack.
Are you crazy or just plain stupid?
It's going to be about a low of 8 degrees tonight, maybe even lower. I'm struggling already. I finally got enough coals to get this fire going, but I don't have near enough firewood for tonight. So I got to get busy. So the goal is to make it till daylight. They got that saying that the rule of threes in survival. You can go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. Those who know me, I got plenty of padding. The food ain't a problem. I can go. I can make it tonight. The water's not. I mean, I'm gonna melt some snow and have some coffee later if I keep this fire going, but that's good. The 3 hours without shelter in a fire, that's gonna be the challenge. I got the shelter up. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I was struggling with the fire, and the fire is more important. I got something to lay on. You know, when you're in a survival situation, it's not about sleep. It's about making it through. You know, maybe you're hurt. You don't know how to navigate in the woods at dark. A bunch of scenarios, but I'm going to play them out, and I'm going to see if I can make it till sunrise. So I need to get busy and get firewood. I only got about an hour's worth of daylight left, so let me get going. All right, y'all. That's the finished arrangements right there. With the trouble I'm having with the fire and the amount of time I got a three-way lean-to type shelter. That's gonna have to do for tonight. So I'm gonna collect a little bit more wood. I'm pretty certain I don't have enough wood to make it through the night, so I'm hoping I'll just be warm enough with the coals, but I might have to get up in the middle of the night and go hunting for some wood. But if you think you have enough wood for the night, you never do. But I'm gonna get a little bit more wood and then start cooking some supper. Let's get it on. All right, y'all, time to get a little supper on. Got some water boiling. We're gonna have some fettuccine alfredo. Yeah, buddy. Let's get some heat in here. Just a little bit more water. All right, let that set for about 10 minutes. We're gonna be good. I gotta melt some more snow. I'm gonna have some coffee after that. So far, feeling pretty good. I mean, that heat's coming right up there and hitting that reflective thing and coming back. I mean, I'm not cold at all. I mean, you can see my breath. She's a little chilly. But so far, so good. I'm questioning the amount of wood I got and being able to dry it quick enough. I mean, this fire's been a struggle, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it, no doubt about it. So I'm going to let this cook up a little bit. Now that I got the fire under control, it's going to be a good night. I ain't even got my gloves on. I mean, that heat's coming up, hitting this thermal blanket and coming back down. I'm toasty warm. You know, doing this in 8-degree weather, that's just the type of guy I am. I mean, I always want to test myself to the limits and see what I'm capable of all the time, and pretty much in everything that I do. You know, I was trained in survival in the military, but we never actually practically put it to use. You know, I wasn't Navy SEAL, Army Delta, Marine Corps Recon. I wasn't that. Those guys, they do that crap all the time. I was trained on it in a classroom, but in a classroom and out here is two different things. And I just wanted to see in sub-zero weather whether I could make it out here all night long. We're talking about 13 hours. See if I could make it out here all night long with just a fire and a makeshift shelter. No tent, no sleeping bag. And so far it's going pretty good. Can't beat that. A little bit of moon watching. Full moon shining through the pines. Well, y'all, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm having to get up every hour to stoke this fire. Plus I gotta move around a little bit because my backside's getting a little chilly. But we're hanging tough, and I just got the fire stoked up, so I'm gonna try to catch a couple winks before I gotta do her again. But we'll see y'all in the morning. We got the old Mountain House breakfast skillet on tap for in the morning and plenty of coffee. But I'm looking forward to that sunrise, I can tell you that. All right, morning, y'all. Man, these last 4 hours have been brutal. It's about 7 o'clock, 7:15. There's not much left of my fire. I just barely had enough firewood, but I'm gonna get up, get some coffee, get some hot breakfast in me real quick, and then we're gonna pack this up and get out of here. Let's start moving. I'm ready to go. There y'all, that's all that's left of my firewood. I had a pretty good fire up till about an hour ago, and then phew. But we're gonna get this coffee in us, get some breakfast, and we're gonna roll. Man, I just barely had enough coals to make breakfast. We're gonna do the old breakfast skillet. All right, we'll let that cook up a little bit, and then we'll get to eating. All right, while our breakfast is cooking up, I'm gonna show you all what made me get through the night on this trip. Besides the fire, my shelter is what made me make it through the night. So let me show you what we got going on here. All right, it was nothing fancy. It didn't go exactly the way I planned. I was wanting to build a cot down there so I could get up off the ground. But other than that, it's pretty close to what I was going to do. Those shiny things, those are actually Mylar tarps, Mylar blankets, or space blankets, emergency blankets, whatever. But that's the key right there. Because when I had the fire going, the flames, the heat, it reflected off of that and kept that area down there where I was laying nice and warm, or not. It did until the wind shifted. I set this up, I got that Mylar blanket there on that side because when I got here, and it was forecasted to have a westerly wind, so that was going to block the wind. And about 10:30 at night, the wind shifted and started going this way. I mean, it wasn't blowing smoke into me, but I didn't have any protection over here. So it didn't make for the best. And then come 3 o'clock, and it was brutal. My feet's cold. I had to get up and roll around to get my other side warm, but that's pretty much it. That's what got me through. All right, y'all, I'm walking out. I'm pretty happy. It was a success.
But did you die?
I met my goal. It wasn't easy.
But did you die?
And I probably won't do it again, but I just had to know whether I had what it takes to make it with minimal gear. My EDC everyday carry stuff I have in my pack, you know. So it went good. Appreciate y'all watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost nothing. And hit that notification bell and you'll be able to be notified when I upload videos. Appreciate you watching. Keep getting her in the outdoors. Oh, that's a welcome sight right there. Oh yeah.